come and sit down and have a little chit chat and get to know me. So first of all, I was born and raised in the Northern Territory. I'm a Territory girl through and through, loud and proud. I would say Territorians are the most loyal, down-to-earth people you could ever meet. We have respect for everyone, pretty much. So I was living in the Territory for quite some time. I attended kindergarten and prep at Malden Park Primary School. I was living in Malden, Palmerston at the time. And then we packed up our stuff and we moved down south to Port Augusta. I attended prep and I think maybe through to grade 2 at Carruthers College. It must have been the end of grade 2. I think we left and then we sort of had some things there. While I was there, I attended a dance company, believe it or not. I did some dancing. Back then it was called Anderson Dancers. So we learnt 2 dances, like each year level learnt 2 dances. The first one I did was a tap number to Chim Chimney from Mary Poppins, and then my second one was to Locomotion, and then at the end we were all dressed in like this big gold number because I think the theme was, from memory, something to do with rainbows at the end of the rainbow. I did a little athletics. I've done calisthenics, I've done gymnastics, I did netball throughout primary school, also did a bit of basketball, so I was very, very active as a young kid and I'm very, very blessed to have had that opportunity. One thing led to another. We ended up moving back to Darwin. My dad got out of the mines and we were in Darwin till 2012. Primary school I went to was Sacred Heart Primary, and then high school I moved on to O'Loughlin Catholic College. It was hard to leave Darwin in 2012, but it just got to that stage where we had enough. We were all due for a fresh start. So we basically said, let's just do it. So we moved to Cairns in 2012. And I've been here since. It's like 15, 16 years already, but it feels like it was 2. I have one sister. She's younger than me. She lives on the Sunshine Coast. And some fun facts that you may or may not know, that I was actually born with hip dysplasia, which is formerly known as a clicky hip. So if you don't know what that is, essentially, here's your hip socket and then here's the ball. So I think certain movements or something like that anyway, the ball clicks in and out of the socket. And I still feel this as an adult, like as a gym junkie, like when I'm constantly posing and I'm trying to get into position, I can feel my hip locking into place. But not just that, I was also born with scoliosis. Now that is a hereditary thing. So my grandma had it, mum's got it, I had it, now my sister has it. Originally, because I was going to the chiropractor quite a fair bit, they started noticing that it was getting a bit bad. So then we were talking about putting me in a brace. I went to the doctors in the city. This is when we were living in Darwin at the time. And we went to check because I was going to get measured for the brace. And then I had to come back in a couple of weeks later or a month later or something like that. And then I did another lot of x-rays and they were like, no, just got that bad that I have to be operated on. Now, essentially, it was either 56 or it was 62 degrees out, which is really, really bad. It's severe. So what it essentially did, so it's like an S curve. So it starts curving, and it's like I've still got a bit of the S at the base, like at my tailbone. Obviously they can't operate all the way down, but at the very top it was starting to push up underneath my right shoulder blade, and it was starting to throw like I was going to be like this, like pretty much Humpback Notre Dame situation. So I think I was aged 12 or 13 at the time, so I was just starting grade 8, and had to get operated on. I was about 9.5 hours on the operating table, and they put a rod either side of my spine and then 6 rings on each rod to hold it all together. I had to learn to walk again. I had to roll out of bed a certain way. And I basically couldn't finish the rest of grade 8. Like, that's how bad it was. But technology nowadays, they literally pulled me back to 0. So those rods are titanium. They're going to stay in my back for the rest of my life. So I'm a very, very expensive human being, must I say. But yes, I still get a little bit of a tingle here and there, but I don't necessarily need to go back to the chiropractor as much as I do. Like, if I do go, it's just to really adjust my neck and maybe a little bit of my shoulders and just realign my hips. But some other fun facts about me: I love all things Italian and Greek food. I don't know what it is. It's just, oh my God. Bocconcini especially, like I eat that thing like it's gone out of fashion. I love fishing, I love camping, I have a strong passion for photography and just all things creative. So before I got into my fitness side of things, I was doing a lot of special effects makeup. Now, I would spend hours sitting in the spare room watching YouTube tutorials and just copying. So a lot of hard work and effort went into a lot of my creative side of things, as well as the photography side of things and editing and stuff like that. I also have a really strong desire and passion for fashions on the field in relation to horse racing. I have won quite a few sashes. I got double sashed at Cairns Amateurs in 2023. I was completely and utterly shocked for that. I've had a few runner-ups and a few winners at some of the country races, but it is something that I've really grown to love and really take pride in what I do and experiment with different fabrics, different textures, different colors, different patterns. I've really just expanded on that horizon. I also have like a strong passion for being like outside, adventuring, whether it's walking, just being outdoors. I love, weather permitting, of course, but yeah, so that's just a little bit about me. Just, you know, obviously it's not the full detailed version, it's just, you know, the important key things and some fun facts that people